What's up? It's bonus content, so we don't do intro. Yeah, this is, if you're seeing this in a month in like August, you should become a champion level or higher. So you can get it 1 month early. If you're seeing this in July or maybe early August because you didn't get around to it, thanks for being a champion or higher. I appreciate it. What we were so positive in episode 50. So what we've decided to do is instead make fun of people, because nothing like telling someone they fell off, because sometimes they need that, but sometimes they actually did fall off and they need like an extra wave of support. And we're not talking about like your local player that's playing a tier 1 deck but fumbles lethal 3 rounds in a row and they make the deck look like it needs support. Like actual decks that were running the fade on the weekly that now like you can take their lunch money. We're going to be talking about the top 5 Digimon decks that fell off. So fellas, there's as always absolutely no structure to any of this. Are
you bringing up like a notepad or something?
Yeah, so, you know me. It's notepad.
I'm a visual learner.
We love this. Top 5.
I have like mine, and I think like mine's like really high up. So if people have something that's like higher up than this, then I'm excited to hear about it. So I don't know if you want me to start. I don't know if you want me to start with it or.
I think it's a good place to start, isn't it, right? Set the bar, Marcio.
Setting the bar. The year is, it doesn't matter what year it was. It was, I believe, BT5, Battle of Omni. There was a ton of cool and interesting decks like the Hexablob. Oh, wait, hold off. No.
He's going off the tangent.
Immediately, I'm like, the Hexablob came out and it kind of like beat the shit out of Rookie Rush, but that wasn't like entirely true. Rookie Rush still got to exist. BT5 had very cool and interesting decks like Black always being constantly behind and getting their 2-cost level 5. That was the thing. Diaboromon got like a good amount of support. We had KnTElixar, we had like the red and blue Omni decks getting more love, but the centralizing like big bad of the format, LordKnightmon. This card was so crazy back then. 3 cost, play out a level 5, DP all turns. You could then convert the level 5 into something else. So if you went like Lord Knight, play Knightmon, that's like -4, then evolve into /Angemon. I think that was like -8. So you deal like -12, which like in BT5 -12, that's like your whole stack gone, okay? Like you just lost your stack. They had 2 level 6s. Next turn, the board goes wider and wider, and it was so oppressive. The meta was basically like Lord Knight and things that like beat Lord Knight. So like Shoutmon DX from BT4 was really good into it. Some of the other decks were like the green like Digi Burst deck with Nidhogg that was like really good against it. And this deck was like tier 0, okay? And then they made Bond of Friendship.
Yeah.
BT6, Bond of Friendship. And let me tell you something. When I say that a deck has fallen off, like, some people hate Bond of Friendship, this card was very good for a very long time. But this guy was great for just like making sure Lord Knight did not get to exist ever again. This card was so broken for the time. It just fought for board incredibly well. It was like an aggro base that had like an unbelievable top end. And yeah, like just like that, LordKnightmon just fell off. Pew! I'm sure they had like a couple tops here and there, but like in the grand scheme of competitive play, it hella fell off.
I think there's something really interesting about Lord Knight as well, in that like they never made a yellow Lord Knight. Like they just straight up went like he
purple,
fell off.
Purple, black.
Like
red,
he changed postcodes. He went like into witness protection. He's like, oh, yellow. No, you're getting me mixed up with someone. I've never been Crusadermon. That's the yellow one. No, me. No, I've always been purple.
It wasn't just that. There was like Beelzemon had a pretty good matchup into it. Jessmon, I think, also had a pretty good matchup into it. Because like piercing and like OTK combo, like it didn't really matter what the Lord Knight player was doing. Lord Knight just like ate shit left and right. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good one. This is definitely it. Like what we'll do is we'll assemble a pool of Digimon, and if that pool is bigger than 5, then we'll actually make our top 5. But yeah, real strong contender. Chris, you
Right,
got one?
gentlemen.
I'll go with the one I was like saying beforehand. It's also like preface as well, because a lot of my examples are just gonna be like, oh, it fell off because of the ban list. Like, this is kind of like a first example, but BlackWarGreymon X antibody was like an absolute monster back in BT11. There was like a handful of counters to like, but like back in the day, like BT11, we're still sort of like the card game was still kind of finding its feet and like pushing into the like the OTK decks, the like the aggro piles and stuff like that. This was like one of the few newer control decks that would literally just bleed you out without you like, giving you a chance to like fight back. Like, it was so oppressive. It was the first deck that had proper tamer hate. So many decks like Crosshair were like really, it could like really struggle into BlackWarGreymon X antibody for
Imperial, like the old school Imperial stuff.
old school Imperial. It like really struggled to like establish anything. Your like main two counters to BlackWarGreymon were Grandis, like full power Grandis, and in my opinion, Jesmon, like BT10 started deck 12 Jesmon. Those were like the only two decks that could like really contest it. But we're like,
Machine had a weirdly good matchup into it. Well,
Machine, yeah. I think the issue was like BlackWarGrey X was so efficient at the time of what it was doing. Bearing in mind this was BT11 Greymon X antibody at 4. Like, this was unlimited Greymon X antibody.
The deck was super duper fast.
It was super fast, and no other decks like could contest that. On top of that, it had access to trainings, and it had access to a mem setter that was
No trainings.
No trainings. Like, you only had boosts. Their mem setter was like plus 2k, and if you did the cool boy thing, they also had access to cool boy, which was like a like just exacerbating the issue. But like the Yuya was like option immunity, so even Setcon was a problem, or like decks taking to like there was some Grandis piles that were on like Innocence Blizzard at one point for like as a wild because they were playing Davis.
Innocence Blizzard.
It's like targeted Source Strip to get
Yeah.
rid of like one of the, I think it was to get rid of the protection of Greymon X antibody. Yeah, there was like just a lot of good going for BlackWarGrey X at the time, and then Greymon X got hit, and like the speed was gone. There were new cards coming in BT12 that was like matching it pace with it. Hunters was like really fast. New Red Hybrid was really fast.
Or small. Oh, BT12. Yeah, BT12 just like beat that X ass. Like there was.
Yeah, 'cause the extra burn damage coming off of the reboot was something that really changed the kill clock. And it's like, hey, nice reboot, stay sideways.
The main thing, one of the things that like kind of like really told this deck to like go kick rocks was Beelzemon, because we got the Beelzemon starter deck and we got the X antibody stuff in BT12. Granted, it was like best deck, but like Beelzemon, Hunters, was it a good matchup? No, because like
it was less that it was a good matchup and more like it was fast. It was like pushing speed similar to BlackWarGrey X.
You could establish before the BlackWarGrey got set up, because like, yes, like the BlackWarGrey
killing
X,
tamers though.
Yeah, the killing tamers, like obviously if they came out first, they kind of cleared. But like whilst you were setting up BWG, you could get like 2 tamers down fast and then established, and then if they play the Yuya, you generally could play from thin air. Because like if they make the BlackWarGrey X on that turn, they don't usually have the memory to Hades Force. Like they do the like swing, here's the thing, and then Hades Force would be the turn after. So they would usually get the crack back by just playing from thin air and then tucking the body under the Yuya.
I think like with BlackWarGreymon, it's like the fall off. I don't think like from 11 to 12, it felt like pretty massive because again, tier 0 deck that's like no longer tier 0, right?
Yeah.
And like a lot of life was injected into the format to sort of like counter it.
It's weird. I don't know that I would consider BW2 tier 0. I think only because BT11 Euro. Sorry, yeah. I guess like tier 0 in Digimon is always very weird because like Digimon has like direct counters. So like it's like when we say tier 0, it's like
you play this or you play the counters to this, right?
Yeah, because like it was pretty much a three-way race. Like you either you take your rock paper scissors trunk. Like, did you play Grandest to beat BWGX, or did you take Cross Heart to beat everything that wasn't BWGX?
Yeah, sorry.
Melga is also a great. You know, Melga probably will show up later. My Dark Horse pick, funny enough, was Beelzemon, another victim of the ban list.
Yeah,
quite rightly so. That deck went from like actual tier zero
yeah,
oppressive.
that was a tier. Yeah,
that went from tier zero oppressive to gimmick real quick.
I don't know about gimmick, because like in BT12, because the support was fresh, the deck was still like kind of playable. Like it still put up results. It just wasn't as dominated because remember it was the dog on the leash. It was like
okay, but like we did have BT12 was the period because they didn't hit the Digimon X before we got Beelz X.
They didn't, but it was a very. I don't think we had any.
It was for what you're remembering is for Games Expo. Like that event, we got the ban list a week before the event.
Right.
So we played Games Expo under the new ban list. And also, was the set delayed for us or was it delayed for the US? Because I remember one half had the set a bit earlier than the other one.
It was delayed for us because I got shagged. We got screwed by like a month. But it was a UK delay thing, wasn't it? Okay, so.
Right.
So maybe that skews my opinion on it, but like seeing what like deck was doing at full power, like yeah, obviously tier zero, but like maybe it's because we didn't get to experience it. Like it felt like it became a gimmick deck much faster than it actually did. But like modern Beelzemon, obviously they've given it a bunch of new tools, but the deck, you cheer for the Beelzemon player as you watch them run it down mid. Like it's not quite the same eye roll as any other OTK that burns 3 security might do. Now it's like a man. Good luck, Beelzemon player. Godspeed. I hope you sack the hell out of them.
I think it's kind of interesting how the deck became like a people's champ deck from like a villain, which is kind of fitting.
Yeah.
Because people used to hate that deck, and then like the deck became like normal, and it was interesting to watch like a good Beelzemon play. And then people started cheering it on.
And then also how the lists got greedier and greedier. I think like Huang's run where he just like got stuck to the camera table. You like after we'd seen him mill himself out 3 times, you went, oh, he's literally only on 4 level 5s, and he just hopes he sees it. Raw. Pre-scramble as well. So like getting that shit back was hard. It's like, yeah, Beelzemon, he fell off, but like, after he lost his scholarship, he really mellowed out and became like a chill dude that was just nice to hang around. So Beelzemon.
I got another one.
Hit us. Go on.
Hold
on. No, go now.
Right. Rip Bozo smoking on that pack. Fucking Secon.
I don't even think you were even remotely close to being on camera for that, but I respect it. Clean as I'm sure it was a clean ass name, eh?
I think no. Actually, is it
BT16?
Is it not the top?
Evaporated.
Is it not the top? Yeah, is it not the top? Is this not like the highest baller? Because Secon won Worlds.
Yeah.
It went from winning Worlds to being
never being
nowhere.
seen again.
Second's so weird as well because I feel like we keep.
See you later, buddy.
Second has been like the. Oh, okay. You know what? I got you this time.
Sorry, it just makes me really happy.
Second, I feel like we kept going like Ding Dong, the witch is dead, like 8 times. We're like, yo, Second's dead for real this time, and then it won Worlds. But now, like for real, it's
like you bring up Second to a locals, bro. Thanks for the buy.
How times have changed. Like, there's just so much like protection immunity, or just like, oh, you removed me. Well, here's the 2 DNA pieces I needed for my partition. I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna swing.
Honestly, Scrambles also does so much. Like before, when you got taken off board, and it's like, oh, I committed that stack and I got Chaos Deck. But that was like 8 cards I drew to try and make this push. Now it's like, okay, I just scramble back into a new one.
Yep.
Deck's just having like an unbelievable amount of burn.
Burn, or the ability to like push more damage, or like swarm more. So like, either Second has to deal with wide board, or it has to deal with like stack. It can't deal with both at the same time.
Valder Arm as well. I'll slam Magnagimon to recover one. You'll slam Magnagimon to do nothing.
Nice have a memory. I'll just take all that and win the game actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Royal Knights. Oh my god, dude.
Oh my, yeah. We'll just like swing 20 million bodies at the security.
yeah, Secon's a fun one. The Secon, like, it's just so prevalent that I don't even know what like time period we assign it to. It's just like Secon is like the all-time bozo deck, and it's just gone. Just one day, the avatar vanished, and nobody was mad. Not to just keep it like a bunch of these decks, yes, obviously did get hit on a ban list. Like you talk Crossheart hit on a ban list, you talk Melga hit on a ban list, but probably, I think like Grandis basically got no new cards. Like yeah, you got a new promo Quagamon, but like they keep making Gabumon cards.
Don't come for my deck. What the hell, man?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they
Is he wrong though?
They shot Grandis. And they don't really give you new cards. Yes, you sometimes get new bugs or whatever, but they're like
they completely rework the way that
like here's
bugs
Tyrant
work.
and like the things you do.
Yeah.
They keep printing Melga cards like, hey, you like the fridge? You want a new one? And they don't do anything. That's why I feel like Melga is the BT9 deck that fell off.
Well, the problem with Melga and like to an extent extension Wargrey is that they're just Omni decks now. Like Melga and Wargrey decks don't exist. They're just Omnimon decks.
I think it's like they get out. The thing with Melga is like the deck cannot realistically play through like an unmovable ace. I see like, you know, shout out to G-Day and he like had his like fun playing like Melga and stuff. But like realistically, like a good ace play like makes Melga like really difficult to play, in my opinion. Because like you just kind of have to swing and hope the opponent doesn't have it.
Yeah, I think also the fact that like Full Force, which also was a blue unsuspend OTK deck, has recently shown that yeah, you can get removal on your 4s and 5s that like allows you to play more of a mid-range or still push the OTK, but now like your opponent develops a 5 in front of you and you go, I can answer that, and now you die. Whereas Melga is still like, hey bro, I just hope you didn't draw it. I hope this is also, the craziest bluff.
It's also like Imperial giving a like deck a floodgate that stops like a whole color from pushing damage. Probably didn't do so well for the Melga style decks.
Yeah, true.
No unsuspend. We don't do that here. Stop.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I mean, Melga was getting hands even before. Like, remember Veemon just going, no when Digivolving things. Don't even think about it. Yeah, he's been getting his ass beat for a while. I think Melga is definitely the BT9 pick for like, yeah, this deck is gone.
I want to see if I can find something like kind of old school. I would be willing to say like Rookie Rush, but then like Rookie Rush is like
time frame for Rookie Rush, right?
Yeah,
I think the fact that Rookie Rush
like
came back as well really helped.
Yeah,
like it beats the fall off allegations because Ukomon is on a ban list for.
Oh, I think an actual like interesting deck that only got to exist as like a deck of that time is Merva from BT11, like the retaliation box stuff. If you wanted to do like an honorable mention, that deck. Was it that one? Or
She's
was it
not on the ban list.
Or was it Minerva? The BT. There was like a BT11.
It was
version.
Minerva and.
This one was more like kind of slowly go wide, like retaliation box. But I guess like that deck was like kind of weird as it was. Like it was sort of like underexplored.
I think like it was.
Yeah, I don't think it counts.
It was a werewolf loop deck. Like it.
Yeah. Maybe not a good example.
Honestly, werewolf loop would have been a great thing if not for the Madrid regional last weekend. Because werewolf mode, the most fall off card of all time, being abused, and now it's back. So.
Let me see if I can find some. There has to be like another hidden gem, maybe like in the EX sets. Oh, Anubis. But I actually no. Anubis is very unfair because if Anubis came back today, I think it would be unbelievably strong.
The problem is Anubis hasn't fallen off. The card is still
No. Yeah. Anubis is not a good.
Yeah.
You can hear Tom 7 tables away when Anubis is resolved.
I got it. Blue Flare. Fuck that deck.
Oh,
Cringe.
true.
Cringe ass deck. No.
It did win. It did win a regional.
Yeah, but
Oh, this deck hella fell off.
Yeah.
like it's just like a little Timmy deck these days. It's like meet with my blue flare cards, guys. Can we still play red Greymon? Oh my god! And it's like
Guys,
no.
My topping blue flare list is so good. It goes. Anyway, 4 Ukemon, 4 Ukemon, 4 Louis.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other major ones because like Full Force got new support and I feel like it genuinely can do something.
A blast from the past would be like either an actual like mega fell off. No, Mega Zoo in like BT4 was still kind of a thing. I would say like jamming box, like Imperial, not jamming box, but like BT2 Imperial. That deck was like, it kind of just like stops it. But like back then, decks lasted like a good amount of time, and then like the power creep was a bit higher despite cards doing less. That I don't think it's like a particularly good thingy. We could say Ragna, when a regional fell off.
I feel like that was more like an overextension outside of me. I feel like
one guy dedicated more than everybody else.
Yeah, that was a lot of hard work and gimmicking. Hunters is back. I think Hunters would have been like if we'd done this video earlier, Hunters would have been a really good pick. Same with Red Hybrid. But I feel like those decks are...
I think we have a good list.
And I don't think Mirage has been hit. I don't think Mirage has had enough time to have truly fallen off yet.
Yeah, that motherfucker finds its way into other places. I'm not comfortable saying Mirage fell off because if the card came back...
He's like Anubis. That's the problem. Like,
his
whole engine is now gone, but like...
It's not a deck that like rotated, it's a deck that got hit. I think that's like the main difference.
Yep. I mean, New Mage just fucking got second at a thing. Like a bunch of our really good picks.
I think we got a good pull here.
What about Apocalypon? Fell off before it even got a chance to come to the UK.
Low key though.
No, that deck is so...
No, I was just gonna say like Alpha dot deck.
Like Alphamon box?
Yeah, dude, there's Alpha.
No, that deck keeps coming back.
That deck is
It won't die.
But like
no, that deck was good for for a really long time.
Yeah, I just think like BT9 Alphamon is a card that like he's like Lightning McQueen. We're seeing all these new Alphamons come out and your goat is washed as they make Oryukin again and turn skip or something. But like BT9 Alpha, he used to be the card of all the rare, uncommon,
rare,
the rare of all time, and now it's like damn,
still is
replaced. I mean, but you don't see him anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah, because you don't see Alpha.
True.
The problem is as well, the alphas that you see have to be yellow, black for.
Yeah. Well, no. They can still.
I mean, they don't have to be, but like, realistically speaking,
I would be tempted to say like Dorugora, but like that deck is like kind of awkward to evaluate. It wasn't that it like fell off. It felt like a very like flavor of the month type of deck, and then like we didn't have.
If Gora is good into this format, if CS and all these tamer focus decks are good.
The thing is, Royals being good like gatekeeps the deck. I think the deck is like really really strong, but it just has an awful Royal Knights matchup. If Royals gets like rotated out, then Gora could like comfortably come back. The deck is like really efficient.
I think it does really well in Puppets.
The Digivolve is like the main thing, right?
Digivolve, and also if you
get the leader, then you...
Whoops, I get my decks on my turn? Say less. Yeah.
I think the thing there versus Puppets though is that like realistically Dex wants to turn skip you. Whereas like even a wide board it's not it's like maybe clearing some of it, but then like rebuild that Puppets can have. Also, even if you pop their tamers now, they have emblem to bring the tamers back.
Yeah.
So
it would be interesting to see. I would like to see that meta again.
Yeah. I'd say our only last pick maybe is Lilith, but she's like...
I'm not comfortable saying Lilith.
It's weird because if we're talking Lilith, we'd have to like say did like Lilith Mill do well enough to be like considered, oh, it was at the peak of Digimon and then it's
I
fallen
guess she
off.
did reinvent herself, and she was in the purple draw one trash one Dark Animal slot box as like when you don't find Levia, you find her. So you know what? Yeah, she beats the allegation. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got
Blue Flood. I think Blue Flood is honorable mention.
Yeah. You're, yeah.
I think all of the other decks were more distinct.
Now the question is,
Don't make me get up again. You know who's going in number 1. Set gone, yeah.
True. Yeah, so Setcon is the number 1 deck fall off of all time. Is it Lord Knight deck?
I don't know. It depends. Like, I don't know how much like BT5 you guys played.
Not my fault.
You
I
were
was
playing, and
BT9
Andrew was like watching YouTube videos about it, probably.
No, BT5 is the first Digimon deck that I had explained to me before. So I am.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
But even then, I wasn't properly following the game until just before.
Right. So in terms of follow-up, like I think what deck was out of the ones remaining, what deck was hanging around for the longest out of those? Because that would be your number 5, right? It would be like the deck that like limped its way as opposed to just like dipping.
I don't know. I feel like BL. I'm just trying to think like what would I have the most faith in randomly top 16ing, like getting a day 2 random invite or stealing, or like winning a store champ and getting an invite that way.
I think it would be BLs.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought as well.
I think like BLs under the right circumstances could like scam a win today.
Yeah, I think also the fact that there's shown support for it really helps. Like obviously we could say the same about Gaimon. We're recording this, the Metal Gray just came out. By then we might know what, like, you know,
the rest of the cards do.
But like,
I think with the BlackWarGreymon, I think because like the Greymon skeleton was like adaptable, they just kind of pivoted from what they were doing. They moved away from
they went to BT12 Wargrey straight up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like in terms of fall off, it's like it hasn't aged the best, but at the time it let players pivot. Whereas like Beelzemon players didn't really pivot.
Yeah.
They just kind of started playing Purple Hybrid or some shit.
Yeah,
So in that sense, I think it would be WarGreymon, like BlackWarGreymon. Yeah.
Melga or Knight. Lord Knight's a
How much
weird
of a
one.
Melga? How much of a hater are you? How much do you hate Melga?
Who, me?
Both of you.
Oh. Melga was kind of miserable. I only have Melga to go off of. Like, it was miserable for a time, but then I was also like still new and fresh-ish to the game.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I was part of like the group of people that would randomly decide to play Melga because like I'm bored of Grandis. I'll play Melga this week. So I contributed to the problem. But
yeah, I mean, like my when my brother was still playing, he took Melga to, I think it was a winner box, and he won the winner box with it because like I think that was the format where like some people were on Examon.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah,
so he kind of like, so maybe I'm biased and say Melga's not the word. I'm actually going to say Lord Knight should be like the second fall off.
I think Lord Knight. Yeah,
I think it has a more genuine fall off than Melga because Melga only really fell off for like, it's had so many hits on the ban list, and then like it still like kind of came back, whereas like Lord Knight has never
come back
truly been back since BT5, right?
Yeah, and even I think what's even more
there was like
damning,
a couple of like cope builds between like the time that we got like Venus and the EX2 stuff with Sakuya to like unsuspend your Lord Knight and get more value, but nothing too crazy.
I think the fact that Lord Knight has changed colors, which makes this one so like it's obviously not future proof with like black box tech. I think the fact that Lord Knight has completely changed its entire identity And then LordKnightmon, the name, has still not done well since changing identity.
Yeah.
It's just like enough to be like, Melga's ended up on the ban list since, you know, since BT9. So it's gotten support and then gotten hit again. Whereas like Lord Knight has changed his identity twice and has done okay. So I'm pretty happy with him. Second place, because not just the card itself being played, the Digimon himself is not doing anything yet.
Yep.
Sounds good.
He is responsible for technically an infinite loop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're aware of that one.
Oh, the Sagittarius thing?
No,
No.
it's
Oh, sorry, that's so the Coincido shit. Yeah.
No, not even that. We're
This is
talking
an infinite
game
breaking
breaking,
loop.
soft locking the game.
Yeah, so the way it works is it's not Bancho. Is it Bancho Golemon?
It's Bancho Golem.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I do know about that. How like it checks because like it's now higher, now it's lower, now it's higher, now
Yeah.
it's
So
lower.
it keeps
Yeah.
gaining and losing collision, and you can soft lock the game. with
Yeah.
Lord Knight. So that's the only thing he's doing recently. So if you queue into your Rocks player and you're up a game, you can guarantee the win with a very niche scenario. But yeah, other than that, LordKnightmon and I guess first nation Melga is.
I think that's good.
This was a good one. I'm happy with this one. Good job, fellas.
This is why in September Tom will get on a pod. You guys were crazy.
But yeah, maybe next Boko will be doing something more positive. Who's to say? It won't be recorded today. Might be recorded some other time during the week. Again, if you're seeing this in really end of July or early August, thank you for being a champion tier or higher. And if you're if you're seeing this much later, thank you for the support anyway. Doing these videos and actually getting views on them does actually make us want to do more stuff that's not just gameplay. Give this to someone that maybe needs to know that their pet deck fell off. Maybe you can light a fire under them so the Melga enjoyers can rise up for the
Digidane.
80th
Digidane.
time at Digidane when this video comes out, and tell him that we said Melga fell off. But yeah, thanks again, people. This was episode 50's bonus content, and hopefully there will be more of it soon. Bye.
Bye.